Good morning, friends. Today, we speak a quiet truth into the noise and season. A steady pulse, a soft refrain. Lord, I trust your timing. Everything happens for a reason. Not a slogan, not a cliche. Your word has said it, and I believe it. I walked through mornings that felt hollow, pale and thin, chasing answers at my doorstep, wondering where you've been. But you told me not to panic when the promise feels delayed. The vision, though it tarries, wait for it. It will surely come. Habakkuk 2:3. And when my heart gets tired from the long and silent miles, you steady me with truth that outlasts fear and fits the trial. To everything, there is a season, a time for every purpose. Ecclesiastes 3:1. So I breathe and I release what I can't control or see, because waiting isn't wasted when it's trusted faithfully. Lord, I trust your timing. Everything happens for a reason. Not a moment wasted, not a tear without a season. You are weaving mercy through the threads I can't explain, working all things for the good. Romans 8:28. Through joy and pain, Lord, I trust your timing. I lay my hope beneath your skies. Teach my heart to wait with patience. Steady my fearful eyes. When doors close hard and silence answers every prayer, I remember you are present even when it feels like you're not there. Your word says you can't lie and you don't forget your own. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. And if my path gets crooked, if I stumble in the night, you still can turn the wrong roads into something pure and right. We know that all things work together for good. Romans 8:28. Not because all things are good, but because you are. So I stopped trying to wrestle every mystery into peace, and I choose to trust the God whose wisdom doesn't cease. Joseph wore a dream, then wore a chain, then wore a sail. And from the outside looking in, it didn't look like God as well. But what they meant to shatter him, you used to shape his name. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. Genesis 50:20. So when betrayal stings and disappointment speaks too loud, I cling to this. You raise the humble. You unbend the bowed. If it takes a pit, a prison, years I wouldn't choose, you still will turn it into purpose, and I will not lose. Job asked the questions many of us whisper through the tears. Why the losses? Why the suffering? Why the long and heavy years? But even in the whirlwind, you remained both near and true. And when the chapter ended, restoration came in view. The Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. Job 42:12. Not saying pain is easy, not saying grief is small. I'm saying God is faithful and he sees it all. So if I cannot trace you, I will still trust your hand because you are God in mystery, and good is where you stand. When I want the answer now, you teach me how to wait. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. When fear tries to predict the future like it's already done, you call me back to truth. Do not be anxious, but in everything, let your request be made known. Philippians 4:6. And you promise what my mind cannot produce. The peace of God will guard your hearts and your minds. Philippians 4:7. So I'll trade control for trust and panic for a prayer because you meet me in the waiting and you keep me there. Sometimes the no is kindness. Sometimes the wait is love. Sometimes the door stays shut because you're building from above. And I remember what you spoke when I was ready to give in. For I know the plans I have for you, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. You're not delaying to deny me. You're preparing me to hold what would crush me if it came too fast, too early, uncontrolled. So let my life be proof that faith can stand without a sign. You are never late, Lord. Your timing is divine. Lord, I trust your timing. Everything happens for a reason. Your word is my foundation through the changing of the seasons. You are sovereign. You are good. You are faithful through the night. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. And that includes my life. Lord, I trust your timing until my waiting turns to praise. I will walk by faith, not sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. All my days. I've asked for signs and headlights and calendars and open doors, but you don't run on human clocks or anxious anymore. You're God of process, God of pruning, God of hidden roots, growing fruit in unseen places, shaping me in quiet truth. So if the answer feels like silence, let me call it what it is: an invitation into deeper trust, not evidence you missed. My heart makes hurried bargains. You make covenant and keep it. My eyes chase instant outcomes. You build a life worth living. You will not be put to shame. Isaiah 49:23. So I'll wait, because what you bless, you also build. What you give, you also gate. Lord, I trust your timing. Everything happens for a reason, even when it doesn't make sense to me in this season. You're not slow like people think. You're patient for the grace. The Lord is not slow, but is long suffering. 2 Peter 3:9. over my pace. So I won't call it too late when heaven hasn't moved. I'll call it not yet and keep believing what you proved. I make my plans like maps. You draw the road beneath my feet. And even when I miss a turn, you still make mercy meet me. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Proverbs 16:9. So detours aren't disasters when your hand is on my life. I thought I needed faster. You knew I needed formed, because destiny without devotion leaves a hollow kind of storm. I don't always understand you, but I don't have to, Lord. Your God, and I am not, is still a healing, holy word. For my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways higher than your ways. Isaiah 55:8-9. So when my logic runs out, your wisdom still applies. If you say wait, then I will wait. If you say move, I'll move. Your timing is my safety. Your will is my groove. And if the waiting comes with pressure, if the process starts to burn, let it purify my motives. Let it teach my soul to learn. Count it all joy when you fall into various trials. James 1:2. Not because the pain is pleasure, but because you're making me new. That the testing of your faith produces patience. James 1:3. And patience finishes the work you began inside of me. I'm done comparing my chapter to somebody else's page, because you don't copy destinies. You author every stage. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Psalm 37:7. So I'll stop fighting the clock and start trusting where you've been. If you planted me in not yet, then not yet has a name. It's preparation for the promise. It's refinement through the flame. Lord, I trust your timing. You're never early, never late. You open when no man can shut. You shut what leads to fate. He makes everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. So I'll stand with open hands, not clenched fists. My life is in your hands. And when the moment comes, I'll know it wasn't random, wasn't mine. It was mercy on a schedule. It was heaven's perfect time. So take my Russian spirit, Lord, and teach it how to kneel. Take my fear of missing out and give me faith that's real. If the promise is delayed, let my worship still be loud, because those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. And I'm bowed. I don't just want the blessing. I want the blesser more than things. So I'll wait with holy confidence under your covering wings. So here I am, Lord, my plans, my wounds, my timeline too. I surrender every deadline. I put my trust in you. Teach me to count your promises more than I count the years, and hold me through the waiting, through the questions, through the tears. Lord, I trust your timing. My heart will not condemn it. Wait on the Lord. He shall strengthen your heart. Psalm 27:14. Amen.